Hey guys, welcome back to another RESK Maths tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be explaining how you can carry out fraction multiplication and division. So in a previous tutorial I talked about fraction addition and subtraction, and you might think fraction multiplication and division is a bit harder, but it's actually easier, so let me show you how to do it. So let's say we have a fraction just like 5 over 7 multiplied by 3 over 4, let's say that. So when we had to add and subtract them, we had to find the LCM between these two, right? But luckily for you, you don't have to do that at all here. So all you have to do now is you simply multiply the top number of the first fraction to the top number of a second fraction. So you'll get 15, and you literally just do the same thing for the second fraction, for the denominator. So you're going to get 7 times 4, which is just going to be 28. And that is your answer to that. So that was super simple. And division is just as simple, just with one extra step. So now let's say you wanted to divide these two numbers. So you wanted to do 5 over 7 divided by 4 over 3. Well, all you have to do when you've got the divide sign is you just want to turn this into a fraction multiplication. So all you have to do is take the reciprocal of this second number, and the reciprocal just means flip these two numbers. So we literally just flip this upside down, just gotta flip that like that, and now you have your new sum, your new question, and you just want to solve that. And as you can see, this is exactly the same thing as before, so 15 over 28. So let's just do a few more examples, and I'll show you how to simplify as well. So let's say we had a question which was asking something like 6 over 8. Actually, let's pick 6 over 5. So that's an improper fraction multiplied by 7 over 3. So what you can do is you can still do the same thing to multiply these two. You can just multiply it out just like this, and you'll get 42 over 15 like this. And you can simplify it from here. So you might notice that both of these numbers are divisible by 3, so you can just divide both top and bottom by 3, and you get 14 over 5. So that's one possible way, but that's a bit slow, and if these numbers are huge, then it might be a lot more difficult to spot that they have a common factor. So there is an easier way, and that way is basically you can identify the common factors before you even multiply it out. So here you can see both 6 and 3 have a common factor of 3. So we can literally just divide both of those by 3 and just write the numbers next to them, what you get. And then you can see we have some new fractions. So we can rewrite this as 2/5 multiplied by 7 over 1, which is just 7, which means we can just multiply this out and you get 14 over 5. Same result as before. And again, obviously this still works for division, because if you're just going to divide, then you're going to just turn it into a multiplication anyway, like so. So I'll come up with one example, one more example. So let's say we had something like 2/3, or let's have 7 over 10 multiplied by 9 over 25. Sorry, divide by 9 over 25. So all we're going to do is, let me just separate these out. Okay, so all we're going to do, follow the same step as before. So since you see the divide, you want to swap the top and the bottom. So you get 7 over 10 multiplied by 25 over 9. And now what you should be able to notice is that these numbers actually have a common factor of 5. So we can cross that out. 10 divided by 5 is going to give us 2, and 25 divided by 5 is going to give us 5. So that gives us a new sum, a new calculation to carry out, 7 over 2 multiplied by 5 over 9, and that is our answer, 35 over 18. So hopefully you can see why fraction multiplication and division is so easy. That was just how you do it. And of course, if these two numbers also have a common divisor, then you can also cancel them out in the same way. The only ones you can't cancel out is if the ones on the same row have a common divisor, because that's not going to let you cancel them out. So don't do that. Just make sure if you see a common factor between diagonals, you can cancel those out. If you see a common factor between this diagonal, you can also cancel that out. And also if you see a common factor between the fraction itself, that just means it hasn't been fully simplified, so you can also cancel that down. But yeah, thanks for watching, and that was how you multiply and divide fractions. See you guys in a future tutorial. Bye.